strongest, our elders and apostles, and all the other brothers, man, we're all building cases against you. We're all adding on to that corpus delicti. We're all presenting our case to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're all bringing you up on charges. Go ahead.
It says, Isaiah 47:3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. You recognize yourself in here in the sign? Can't interest nobody in the truth. That's I don't get that. He was reserved to not listen. That's fine.
Maybe he didn't know who we were talking to.
Well, he knew he was talking to him. Because he said, how you guys doing? And that's not what a man does anyway. He doesn't ignore another man when being talked to. But he's going to be reserved for destruction. He doesn't want to hear it. And there's no point in starting a fight or an argument just to get views. Whoever's supposed to be watching this is watching this. Look at that. He's looking in cans. Looking in trash cans. Oh, that would have been... You could have got some good news. You could have got some good news, man. You could have got some good news. But nobody wants to hear it. Go ahead.
Isaiah 47:3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will.
And your shame is all over the place, man. You're pedophiles. You have a low birth rate because you're homosexuals. Your women rather be with Israelites or anybody that has pigmentation on their skin. Your babies are the stupidest babies in the school system. Latest to hit their markers. Oh, and then your president, Donald Trump, man, he's embarrassing your ass. He's embarrassing your ass. But guess what? Go ahead and read that verse again.
It says, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Ooh. So, hey, the last time Yahushua was here, he was a man. He was a real man with blood and DNA passed on from his father and mother because he was a biological son of Joseph. The Holy Spirit blessed him and gave Mary to Joseph, and Joseph got her pregnant. He popped her. He had sex with Mary, okay? And Mary had other children. What the fuck are you talking about, Catholic Church? Go ahead.
Isaiah 47:3, it says, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So when Yahushua, when he was here on earth, that's why he wouldn't fight, or he wouldn't have his disciples fight for him until he came back to meet these Edomites, and then that's when he was going to take vengeance.
And we read in Matthew 10. I'm gonna get it. Matthew 10 and 34. Because go ahead, read that scripture again.
It says Isaiah 47:3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Hold on, who's saying that? Yahushua saying that. And I thought he was gonna love everybody. This is Matthew 10 and 34. Do not think that I have come to bring peace upon the earth. I have come to bring not peace, but the sword. And that sword is going to come in the form of laser beams from a chariot, from a UFO. What you call a UFO with no understanding. Crazy Edomites. It's a chariot of the Lord. Coming down with great fire, boom, boom, zapping your ass with that movie, War of the Worlds. With Tom Cruise. You ever seen that movie? That movie's a good movie. That movie's a good movie, man. And another good movie that talks about the beast is, all of these movies have something to do with the Bible. If you're paying attention, you can put the connection. You can make the connection. The movie Upgrade, man, that's a nice movie. That's a good movie. That's going to be the topic for next week. You see? That's how the Spirit works. Go ahead.
Isaiah 47:4. As for our Redeemer, Yahweh Shimi Hawashai of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
The Holy One of Israel. Not the Gentiles, not the whole world, not Ha'oinkomeni, but Cosmos. Cosmos, the Israelite.
Cosmos, a certain group.
They're after harmonious government. And it's not talking about the United States. It's not talking about Rome, because Rome was not harmonious. And that's how we know the Nerva Antonine dynasty was Jake's, because they were the good emperors. Septimius Severus, he was Jake. And let me get this real quick. This is Matthew 10:22. 10 and 28. And do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. So don't be afraid of Esau. If you have it in your heart that, man, every time you watch a video, you're like, man, I wish I could go out there. Man, I want to be out there with the holding the sign. Do it. You should do it. At least buy yourself a Bible and study. I beg you. And this is why you should do it. And do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in Gehenna. So when we get those Edomites and we start burning them up, we're gonna burn their soul up. It's gonna be the hottest fire imaginable, the most powerful fire imaginable, because it's gonna be able to destroy the spirit of an Edomite. Damn. How's that for Bible teaching right there? Who can speak against it? That's what the Bible's telling you, and we read through gathering knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and in the process of extrapolation, gathering knowledge, taking it out of the situation. And man, that's a blessing. Tawada Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Racha Kodash. Tawada for the truth. Tawada for the brotherhood. Tawada for GMS. Tawada for the apostles of GMS. Tawada for their teachers. Tawada.
This is Isaiah 47:5. It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
What's a lady? Someone that's preferred, right? Like a lady? Nobody wants a whore or a bitch. You want a lady who conducts herself in a certain way.
And notice it said Lady of Kingdoms, and can't no lady be a queen, or can't be something, can't be ruling a kingdom, you know?
Because those ladies get
It has to be a man that rules the kingdom.
because if a lady has her period, she can't be around other men. She can't do business like that. So how is a woman going to rule a kingdom on her period? She's going to have to take a week off every month. But a man,
lady ain't got no strength,
no inner strength.
ain't got no testosterone.
But a man could keep going. What if a woman was a pastor or a preacher like they are right now? What if a woman was street preaching? She wouldn't come out when she has her period, or say her feet hurt, or she had a bad day at
A
work.
woman can't even go to church on her period.
She's not supposed to. But she's up there on the pulpit, bleeding out of her cooch hole, preaching the word. Oh man, that's that witchcraft in harlotries in Nahum. I'm back in Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. For the many debaucheries of the harlot, fair and charming, a mistress of witchcraft, who enslaved nations with her harlotries, and peoples by her witchcraft. That's witchcraft right there. It's the worst case scenario right there. Oh, we got some Mormons. All right.
And that's why they mentioned the Queen of Heaven. You know, because there ain't no Queen of Heaven. The only queen is the King of Heaven. You know,
The only ruling authority is
Yahweh.
the
Yahweh.
King, the King of Kings.
Isaiah 47:6, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Okay. So that's what's that talking about? The Israelites have been oppressed by this devil many times, many lifetimes, many ages. This is the last one.
That's why it says I polluted my inheritance, because he was the one that put his own people into slavery and let the white man use his sword on them.
That was the devil, man. Put a whipping. So this is Nahum 3 and verse 2. The crack of the whip, the rumbling sounds of wheels, horses that gallop, chariots bounding, cavalry charging, the flame of the sword, the flash of the spear, the many slain, the heaping corpses, the endless bodies to stumble upon. It's all you, Esau.
We're going to be stumbling on bodies.
There's going to be all kinds of bodies right here on this street, and the birds are going to line up and eat.
Because the birds will eat anything, because I got birds that go in my backyard, and I just throw food out there that, and they be eating it.
Yeah, and like that movie I was talking about, War of the Worlds, when all those bodies were being were being spewed out and churned into fertilizer, the birds were eating it.
That's why it says the Most High takes care of the birds. Nobody feeds them. The birds, they live.
They don't have cups and they don't have water bills. They don't have houses where they constantly go. The whole trees are the houses, and now they're up on the wires because Esau built them, and they're attracted to vibration, frequency. I guess I was wrong about this, so I'm gonna stop talking. Or maybe that's another truth that you don't want to hear. I think it's another truth you don't want to hear, because those birds are sitting on those wires, and those wires are conducting electricity.
Yeah, there's electricity flowing through those wires, right?
As long as they don't touch that porcelain, we'll be fine.
Isaiah 47:7, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. America don't even know what's coming in the end. They don't even think, you know.
They're elite now, but these moron peons, the rest of the Edomites, they don't know. They think they're innocent. This is Nahum 3 and 4. For the many debaucheries of the harlot, fair and charming, a mistress of witchcraft who enslaved nations with her harlotries and peoples by her witchcraft, which is the United States. Babylon the Great. You got any more? Let me get this one. We continue in Nahum 3 and 5. I come against you, and I will strip your skirt from you, and I will show your nakedness to the nations, to the kingdoms, your shame. So, hey, that's coming to pass. That prophecy is coming to pass because the United States just helped Japan with some missile interception systems, some missile defense systems, and just recently, Japan shot down a target missile, a practice missile. So now guess what? Japan has power. Japan has the ability to shoot down these missiles. Before, the United States, the devil, shot Big Boy and Fat Man, the atomic bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now they have, since the ass whooping, now they're allies. Basically, the United States punked the fuck out of Japan and made them their bitch. But pretty soon, he's when he strips that nakedness, when he shows everybody how to beat this motherfucker, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna turn on this bitch. Boom, like that, just like that. Boom. Oh yeah, thanks for the missile defense system. Boom. I'm gonna stop those missiles from shooting them. And how is Esau? Because you know why Esau has so many missiles? Because of this prophecy right here. He's gonna come against them, and all the nations are gonna come against them, and he's gonna have to shoot missiles everywhere. He's gonna be like, fuck it, fuck everything. Shoot missiles, shoot ICBMs, nuclear missiles with ICBMs with nuclear warheads on them. Just shooting them all off. Everybody's gonna be shooting them off. And what's gonna happen is, well, the worst case scenario these Edomites have is the atomic. I don't know what they call it. I would say the atomic ice age, because they keep saying that after this war, after this third world war, they're gonna have to fight with sticks and stones.
This is Isaiah 47 and 7, and I'm going to just read it so you can understand it. It says, you said, I will reign forever as queen of the world. You did not reflect on your actions or think about your consequences. Listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom, living at ease and feeling secure. You say, I am the only one and there is no other. I will never be a widow or lose my children.
You're gonna do that. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do, because the Most High promised these birds a meal. You hear them? They're calling for that meal. They're hungry.
And that tells you how prideful America is, you know, because they think they can't be stopped.
And it's because they have so much faith in their technology and the technology itself is limited to a certain amount. It's not powerful enough to stop a chariot. It's not powerful to stop 2 chariots. How are you going to stop hundreds of thousands and millions of chariots? Because what does the Bible say? Hundreds of millions of angels? How are you going to stop all that?
because he don't believe in the Most High, you know.
And the only reason he doesn't believe in the Most High is because all those crimes you committed against Israel have yet to be punished. But the Lord is slow to anger.
He's just gonna get a great big bill at the end, you know.
Ooh, shit.
At the end, you know, when you go into a restaurant, you eat, and then at the end you get that bill. That's what he's gonna get.
Because we're building up that corpus delicti.
And that's like the 10th time we said that. You know, that word.
We gotta, because we're not dummies out here. We gotta keep telling you people what's going on. Maybe you believe it. You know, stop ignoring it. The body of evidence is amounting against you, so-called white man, the devil.
That's right.
And you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Lord's chosen people.
That's right.
That's why you keep getting punished.
That's right. If you keep getting punished, why don't you come back to the Bible, come back to the Most High, maybe some blessings will come on you.
Maybe. Yeah, they definitely will, man. For reals, they will. Hey, because like we're telling you, there's gonna be a reward. You know how that motherfucking thing, Crime Stoppers, it says if you call in a crime and there's an arrest made, you get $1,000. You get a reward for being a snitch. Which being a snitch is not tolerated in Israel. It's not tolerated anywhere. Being a snitch could get you killed. Hey, and nobody's snitching on you, Esau. We were hired by the Holy Spirit to bring these accusations out on you. And they're not accusations because we have the corpus delicti. We have the body of evidence. In order for a crime to be proven, there has to be evidence. You did this crime, here's the evidence, now you're going to do the time.
Just like in say we're sitting in a courtroom and the crime, you know, Esau's in the, what do they call it, the plaintiff?
The plaintiff is you. The plaintiff is Esau.
And we're the defender.
We're the defendant.
So we're just bringing out, you know, everything about on your crimes. You know?
We're crying and sighing.
And the judge is Jehovah.
And he's gonna, man, he's getting ready to crack that whip. He's getting ready to send those angels down. Yahweh's gonna send Yahushai, the okay, and then Michael and the archangels are gonna come down with the other angels, and Yahushai is gonna be in that father ship. It's gonna cover the sky, because like it said before on our previous lesson, the coming of man, when he comes, he's gonna block out the sun with a cloud, with the chariot.
This is going back to Babylon the Great, which is the whore. It says, Isaiah 47:8, listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom, living at ease and feeling secure. You say, I am the only one, and there is no other. I will never be a widow or lose my children. It says, well, both these things will come upon you in a moment. Widowhood and the loss of your children. Yes, these calamities will come upon you despite all your witchcraft and magic.
Despite everything you have done to keep on to power. Because you do practice witchcraft. You do blood rituals, blood cooking, spirit cooking. So much wickedness, man. Pedophilia. Corpus delicti is out there. And that's what the scripture means when it says that the work is plentiful, or the harvest is plentiful, but the reapers are few. or something like that. Because there's a lot of evidence to harvest, man. There's a lot of corpus delicti to harvest. Man. But the more brothers and sisters that do come into the truth, the more of us that come into the truth, the louder, the heavier, because they call it the scales of justice, right? So we have the scales of justice, and this bitch is up on that fucking statue, and she's blind, and she's holding a sword, and she's holding the scales. That's how Yahushua is. We're putting the files against you on that, and you can't do anything to make that even. You can't do anything, because the scales are tipped in the favor of the righteous. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, this is Isaiah 47:11. So disaster will overtake you, and you won't be able to charm it away. Calamity will fall upon you, and you won't be able to buy your way out. A catastrophe will strike you suddenly. A catastrophe will strike you suddenly, one for which you are not prepared.
But like there's going to be a hurricane over here on the east coast, but they're getting prepared for it. What's coming to you, you're not going to be prepared for. You're not.
And it says, now use your magical charms. Use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you.
Because you can't make the Most High afraid of you. He's the one that allowed you to do those charms. He's the one that allowed you to use the angels on the left-hand side for that purpose. He allowed that to happen, and he's going to stop that. You're going to be powerless. You're going to become a widow. You're going to become, what's it called? A widow and a what? You're going to lose your children, and you're going to lose your ladyship. Because all these things are going to happen to you. So, what have you been talking about this whole time? We were talking about captivity. Slavery. This is the conclusion to our month-long lesson on slavery. A tooth for a tooth, an eye for an eye. What you have done to us is going to happen to you. So this whole time, this whole country's been being built up on slavery. Those who built it up upon slavery are going to be put into slavery. And that's the truth. Hey, so you Israelites out there that are watching and learning, keep watching and keep learning. And those Israelites and those Edomites that are scoffing, and those other nations talking shit, keep doing that. You're gonna get your reward. Alright, so with that we're going to say Kal Halayim La'ihawa B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakah Kodash. Until the next time we say Shalom. Kwam Yasharallah.